Hello guys, how you all doing? Just thought I'd do another little video on another recent pickup I made. Got this in a couple of weeks ago, and it's made by a company called Toys Alliance. They've started doing some really cool Transformers, and they've done this quarter scale Optimus Prime. I don't know whether it's actually like a G1 Optimus Prime as such, but it's kind of, I don't think it is. I think it's just meant to be kind of a retro, old school Optimus Prime. And like I say, yeah, it's quarter scale. It stands at around 19 inches high, something like that. It looks very big, mainly because of, you know, it's got some good height, but it's very, very bulky. It's quite an imposing piece, very, very eye-catching. Yeah, like I say, made by a company called Toys Alliance. They are actually going to be doing Megatron as well, which is really good news because I think this figure is going to sell quite well. And yeah, I mean, I've kind of gone away from buying figures, especially the 1/6 stuff. I will maybe get in one or two in my collection. But yeah, I've kind of gone away, but I always intended to get something from the old school Transformers because it was something I watched as a kid, something I enjoyed a lot. The plan was to get the Hot Toys Optimus because I think that it looks absolutely awesome. It's so nice, but I just, when I saw this and the size of it, and for the price, I mean, this was £180. Delivered in the UK, so it's just actually been released in the UK. It's been out now for probably around about a month, something like that, maybe a little bit less. And it was mainly the scale and the overall size and the detail as well. It looked very detailed, very appealing. So I held out and went for this one, and I'm really happy with it. So, with that being said, let's get in a bit closer and show you some of the details. So, if we just turn him round, I think what you'll notice straight thing out of the box is a big piece. The second thing you'll notice as well, once you've undone all the twisty ties, oh, I hate those bloody things, but you like the NECA figures, you get all the twisty ties all over the place, and yeah, oh, I hate them. But once you get it out, eventually. The second thing you'll notice is how well painted this is. It's very, very tight. It's very, very neat. You know, there's no overruns. It's all really well done. No sloppiness whatsoever. I was very impressed with the paint job. These wheels here as well, these are not rubber. These are actually plastic, but they do actually work. They do rotate, which again, I think is a really nice touch. And if we come round, would have been nice if they would have included some sort of base with this. I think that would have been the cherry on the cake, so to speak. Yeah, I think that would have really sort of topped this figure off. But I can't complain for the price point. I just think it's a very, very nice looking figure, and it's very well executed as well. So, but you know, I might do something with a base. I might try and come up with something. But if I just give you an example of the size, I mean, that's the gun there, and that's my hand. So it gives you just an idea of how big. My hand's probably coming up to around his knee. He's a big piece. If we come round, yeah, so if we come up, this figure doesn't transform. I know that sounds probably quite obvious, but there are going to be people out there that are going to be hurt because it's not a true transformer. It doesn't. It's, you know, it's an Optimus Prime transformed, and it's a very good one at that. You know, it would be very, very difficult for this to transform into a truck, and I would have thought it'd be a lot more costly as well. So you know, it is what it is. It's a nice piece. So once you've kind of got this out of the box and you've had a look at the paint job and the overall size, the second thing I think you'll be very, very impressed with on this figure is the articulation. I won't go into it too much because it's very hard to do one-handed. There are some very good videos on YouTube that, you know, if you're really interested in seeing that articulation, go and look at those videos. what I will say is the articulation on this piece is absolutely superb. For something that's, you know, resembling a chunky, large robot, it actually articulates really well. You know, even down to the fingers, and not just the fingers, but these, you know, the point of the knuckle, that all articulates. This turns, yeah, that turns. The thumb articulates, so you can actually, when you're gripping the gun, you know, you can actually grip the hand around the handle of the gun. It also clips in as well to give it extra, you know, to keep it in place. But even down to the legs, you can get this thing on like one knee. You can, you know, the torso, it crunches forward, it twists. The head is on a ball joint. It's really, really well done in terms of the articulation and the actual construction of this figure. What I will do in a minute, this has actually got a light up feature, so I will show you some of that. These front panels open as well, which is a nice touch. I actually had this pose with him pulling open the panel, and then this panel here comes undone. I think, no, it lifts up, sorry. And this is probably going to fall out. You've got the matrix inside. It is going to fall out, which is annoying. Right, I might have to, oh no, we're alright. So that lifts up. It's a little bit wonky in there, but yeah, it exposes the matrix inside. This lights up, and his head lights up as well. So I will show you that in a second. In fact, let's just pull this out. The only nitpick I've got is this just kind of like balances in there, I think. It would have been nice if it kind of like clipped in, so it could, because once you open this, it's quite loose, and you know, it's just not very well secure. So if I'm going to kind of nitpick it, I think this should hold in place a lot better inside here. Unless mine's faulty, I don't think it is. But yeah, it's nice that they've done that. So we just shut that down, close them, and then yeah, the light, the headlights up as well. So let me do a short pause, and I'll get these lit just to show you. So hold on a second. Okay, and there we go. I've just put the matrix back inside, and you can see the eyes as well. Got a nice bright blue LED. I know some people were sort of saying that when you're not really going to light this up a lot, so when it's actually shut down, you know, the lighting system, or the lighting feature, should I say, the eyes are very dark, and I know some people want to paint these white because they just feel it, you know, it feels kind of dead, if you like. I get that, but I just think the fact that they've included, what would have been nice is if they had some sort of white kind of thin transparent plastic in the eyes, where you could still turn the eyes on. They would look white when they're off, but you could turn them on so they really kind of glow, you know, when it's switched on. That would have been nice if they'd done something like that. But if we just come around, it's got some really, really cool detail on this. Around the back. The switch for the eyes, you've got a switch down there. This head comes completely off. Panel on the back here unscrews, and then you've got those little silver watch batteries. Not watch batteries, you need little silver round batteries. You get 3 in there, and then you'll want to put 3 on the matrix. They don't come with the figure, so you're going to actually have to purchase those, which is a little bit of a bummer, but no biggie. Then we come back round. Now, for me, I like the paint. I would have preferred this. It's kind of like an orangey red. It's well done. For me, I would have preferred it if it was more of that kind of cherry, deep red. That's kind of like how I remember Optimus Prime as a kid. Very much like the Hot Toys version. I think that's just my personal preference. I'm not going to nitpick it. That's just what I would have preferred. I'm toying with the idea of repainting it and weathering it. I don't know yet, because the paint job is really nice. But I do feel I would like to maybe paint this like a darker red, and maybe add some weathering to it, and then do something with a base, maybe with a smashed up concrete base or something like that. I just think it would look really cool. But that's my only kind of like my personal nitpick in terms of the paint job. I would have just preferred this a little bit more of a cherry, deeper red. But it's a nice figure, guys. If you're thinking of getting it, you can pick these up in the UK. I think it's Kapow Toys or Kapow.com. This is where I got mine from. Like I say, 180 delivered. I think it's really good value for money. I think you'll be impressed with it. It's a tidy, good chunky figure of like a retro Optimus Prime. Really cool. Anyway, guys, gonna end it there. I hope I've done this figure justice. I hope it's helped if you are thinking of picking it up. I think it's a nice piece. I think you'll like it. It's a good piece. Anyway, like I say, let's end it there. I've got some other little bits on the way, so as usual, keep a lookout on the channel. Take it easy, stay safe, and I will catch you later.